Hey, bud. Yeah. Yeah, and I have 11.5 mil. So the the one barding that sold for over 800k was, it's called the Suzaku. Yeah. On your server, it was when I saw it, it was like 300 and something, 400 something. But over on Genova, when I looked it up over there, it was like it was anywhere from 600 all the way up to 1.5 mil. Huh? Oh yeah, yeah, that one sold. I also picked up, forget where I got it, but I also picked up Blissful Barding, Byako Barding, the Titania Barding. I have no idea. I logged in, I was doing some dungeon stuff, and I had a bunch of fucking bardings in my inventory. Like, just, like, I never even opened my inventory until I got done with doing a bunch of dungeons and shit, and then I looked in my inventory, and it was all fucking sitting there. So, just to be on the safe side, I started looking into some stuff, and apparently there was a bunch of accounts that were hacked and shit, and there was, like, some duping stuff going on. So I changed my password just in case. I don't know if it's related or not. I had stuff that I don't remember having or even remember actually seeing. I just needed on everything that I could need on and greeded on everything that I could greed on. So like I wasn't paying attention to what it was. I just did it. So I don't know if I actually got it from places or if it was something to do with, you know. Oh yeah. The Byako armor barding actually looks really fucking good. But I like the Suzaku. I don't mind the Titania one, but it's a little meh for my own liking. I'm already over in the area for the next step of the main story. Crystarian. Because I accepted the quest. Oh yeah, all it was is just accepting it, and then yeah, I accepted this one, and then I just teleported here, and then stayed here. No. I accepted the one telling me to come here. I'm not live, by the way. Right? I did get 2 bardings that were okay. I got barding of eternal darkness and barding of divine light. Yeah. Those ones sold pretty well too when I got the where is it? Okay. You want to talk about being lazy? I was lazy too. There's an Ethernet right by it. No, you didn't. I'm standing right here. Already clicked on it. I already started it. It's not voiced, of course. Yeah. Give me a moment. I'm... I came to Ul'dah real quick while you were finishing that up. Sending my squadron out real quick. Yeah, I was there, but then I saw you were still in that, so I came over here to send my squadron out real quick. On my way back. No. Yeah, no.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all. So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share. Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining, he was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey? Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All the magic. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Yeah. We're fucking tiny, dude. Well, these are technically the ancients, I think, aren't they? No idea. Well, I mean, if you recall, which one was it? One of the, yeah, but there was, somebody, oh, it was the rabbit. The rabbit, people, the little midget fucking version of my race, were saying that we shrank when we were on the moon and talking to the rabbit people, and they were the rabbits first found out that we weren't, you know, the original people that we weren't. Oh, Jesus. It was like right when we first walked into the ship part of it.
And here we are, Elpis. Well,
It was voice.
how rare to receive you
So I
in
doubt it.
person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while. You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
Right.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
Right.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant. You may open your eyes.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings! I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect. Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
That's why he
And
looked
how
familiar.
might we
That's
address
Emmett.
you, my new friend?
Didn't Emmett become
A
one of our
fine
enemies
name.
at one point?
And I'm pleased to see you understand our words.
Yeah, he was the guy that we talked
So,
to that
tell us, whence
got
have
us
you
to
come?
travel this way.
The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
Yeah, it was in the last expansion, I think.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here? Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here. Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
This presence.
Hermes,
As a
Visitors.
wind-up thing?
we have visitors.
How much do they go for? Ah, I haven't gotten one of those yet.
What
Yeah.
secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Yeah. Where did it go? Oh, shit. Yeah. Got one. Hey. You get it? I need one more. Got it. Oh. My Chocobo hit level rank 5. I take it we have to put those on. Did you put it on? Before continuing, I'm attuning to the aetherite if I can. Yep, you can. There's also an aether to pick up. Not far from here. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's up or down, so I'm going down first. Oh, it's back here. There's two on this big area. We'll get the other one real quick. The fucking tree monster? This is a bonsai tree monster or something? Right there. And now back to the quest. Yeah, there were two on here. Where we're at now. Yep, they're assholes. Yep. They are apparently assholes. Who would have thought that the supposed special monster that, you know, not voiced.
Huh. You are...
Oh. Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Yep.
Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
That's the one that I was telling you
I
about.
see you found him.
It's Ladeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You were of the convocation.
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chanced to...
That bird girl is really happy.
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An ambystoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb, with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The ambystomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
I'll help too.
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins. What? Will I have to remove you by force? Yes, I'm sure your business with Hermes is quite pressing. You may speak with him to your heart's content after ours is concluded.
I do not object to her attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Van Daniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Right? Shit like that always fucking happens. Why do we have to go out a different door while she goes out that door? Fuck. That's fine. I need to grab a drink. I'm gonna step away now. Yeah. I will let you know that unfortunately I won't be able to play for that long. But for a while yet. Apparently we got family photos some point in time in the morning for Christmas. Yeah. I was just reminded of that when I went upstairs to grab a drink. That fucking bird looks angry as shit. Reminds me of you. Exactly. Resting bitch mat face. No. Did you get on your mount? Is she by the bird? Go to the next part of the quest. Just talk to the next part of the quest. See what happens. Oh. You might have to go inside and get her again. Huh. I don't dislike the armor. While you're getting your room painted or whatever, maybe you should look through and see if you can find your stream deck and stuff. I'm just after that one. Just waiting. It's actually kind of interesting what he's talking about. Hit X. On the destination. Right? That's exactly what I did. Yep. Right where I'm standing. Yeah, see, you're faster than I am. Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense, though. Because you were talking about how it's the same speed unless you upgrade it.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
So in other words,
So, how are we coming
the
along?
motorcycle will always be max speed.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Neteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So... are we the same? Entelecchies.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
I thought about it, but I chose the second one.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You'd do well not to underestimate it. Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Oh, Emmett seems to have been a bad boy in his youth. Right? Right?
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emet-Selch. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emet-Selch. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last. I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we? You were wondering why Emet-Selch joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emet-Selch has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emet-Selch to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one right across the bridge off to the left a little bit. And then another one. It'll be, yeah, it's on top of that rock wall out to the left a little bit. And then there's another one right where I'm at. And you are able to tune to the 8th rate. There isn't another one on this map. Or on this part. I don't have attunement to like anything. Yeah, I mean I have stars for like everywhere except for going further over to the right. Thavnir, Garlemald, none for Lakeland, Kalusia, Amarang. Do you have some for Ilsabard? What about in others? Yeah, same as me. Oh shit. Come on, Meteon. You little shit. Right? I hope the next part is voiced. Or we won't be a part of it at all. So this is what the outfit looks like that we're getting right now. What I'm wearing. It's not bad. I can't wear it. I bet I won't be able to wear it because of my bunny ears. Yep. Well, I mean, he's constantly having to bring to life creations and then kill creations. Like, he understands the theory behind it, like the necessity behind it. You know, if a creature isn't fit to be released, then obviously it shouldn't be created. But it's still something that was created. Voiced cutscene next.
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you. May we talk a moment? I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Nor to miss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort. Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just the fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of Dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let us head back.
All right!
There's a couple blue quests that popped up. I just did the first blue one. It's not the main story. Definitely doesn't take long. Yeah. And it's an accompaniment one as well. So no mounts. I kind of rather took it as it was Charmian. Same one you're on. Those remind me of something. They remind me of the blasphemies.
Now. Oh. Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten, in concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high. Fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
Not that I can see. No. Not at this little one here. There isn't an aether current until we get to the next big one or next medium-sized one. We probably could have attuned to that first. Oh, no. Nope. It's just a teleport anyways. So yeah, there are some here. Yeah, I did.
Well, well. An Arrayus. How delightful.
I didn't think it was a talking one. They started talking or using words, but didn't actually speak. It was a talking when they started talking or using words.
That's a new species of shark.
Actually speak.
We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact, and then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst, concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end, I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Banar, that we should meet you here.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have Have you perchance come from the future?
Oops.
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you.
Oops.
Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether. I see you are not ignorant to its presence. And while there are many protective spells, the one you bear is unmistakably mine.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting. I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
No, just Emmett.
Yeah, basically, you all turn into psychopath murderers.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. Yeah. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
He's still an asshole. He's still an asshole.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to, and quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Now she's bragging. Yeah, we're almost done with this block. Let me see here. Inverse crossroads. Where are we? Oh, travelers at the crossroads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quests. 11. Fair enough. Well, let's go. Let's at the very least go around and grab the. It's. I already grabbed it. Let's go around and there's a aetherite to attune to, as well as there's aether currents to grab, including one literally like right over here somewhere. Right here. There's a big sumbitch too. I might stay on long enough to get to 90 so I can finish the roll quest. It doesn't really matter if I can't get the gear yet. Should be up over here. Somewhere over the rainbow. Am I missing it? No. It's up there. It's up top here. I don't want to draw the attention of all these fucking minotaurs. Big ass sons of bitches. Then I figure cut over, grab the aetherite, and then we'll go grab the other 2 aether currents. And the way that they're positioned, it'll kind of lead us back to where the mission kind of started. So I'll just log out there. Next one is this way. Off the cliff we go. And up the cliff we go. Somehow. Over here? Yeah. Can we? Nope, we can't go up that way. Or can we? Nope. Gotta do it the hard way. There's angry stuff here. Haha, they can't get to me. Okay. Next one. It's this way. What corn? Where? Huh? What the fuck? Alrighty then. Oh, now this would be a cool mount. Look at that shit. Do we? What? Do you have it? That's not even, I mean, I guess it's kind of similar. Yeah, I've got that somewhere. The coral. But, yeah, but I want that. Yeah, that's basically like the young version. But I want that big sumbitch. Obviously, it would get shrank down to our size for our size, but like that is fucking majestic looking, man. All right, we've got one more to go. Well, not on here, but we've got one. All we need is one. And the quest part is right here, so I'm just gonna sign out like right here. Okay. And then... Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. I wonder if we can get rest... Yeah, well... Oh. Like Limbs of Lomenza. I should be able to. We've got the picture and I've got to go get a haircut and stuff, but like you've got the painter and shit anyways, so yeah. Later.